Hello everyone and welcome back to Destiny, or should I say, Destiny 2. Earlier today some images appeared online of what appeared to be the artboards for a proposed trailer for Destiny 2. The images seem to depict all classes of Destiny featuring new subclasses and supers. But one question remains, are these concepts legitimate, and do they start to paint a picture of what we can expect in Destiny 2? So interestingly enough, the concept artboards start to show a tower that might be engulfed in flames, and from those flames seem to be rising a new set of solar subclasses. First up we see a Titan holding a shield, next up is a Hunter holding a spear or some kind of double-bladed weapon, and finally we see a Warlock with what seems to be radiance, but perhaps kicked up a notch with an awesome sword. The images then proceed to show the tower in flames before zooming out into a 2 logo. The number 2 is then itself engulfed in flames and might be indicative of the themes of the next game. So do we perhaps lose the tower and have to retreat back to the city? Now, before we get too deep into this speculation, I did want to give you guys a couple really important disclaimers. First up, these are concept images from the portfolio of a freelance artist, Aziz Dosmatov. He was working on this trailer with a company called Ant Farm. This is the same company that does all of Bungie's trailers, and it seems like these were images from a proposed trailer for Destiny 2. And it turns out that this was a rejected pitch for a trailer. So if you were hoping to see a glorious CG trailer featuring these images, that's not what we're going to be getting. However, just because this trailer pitch was rejected, it doesn't mean its content isn't real. Unless all of this stuff was completely made up, there's a good chance that the trailer that he was working on is containing actual details from Destiny 2. In fact, we can actually confirm that the next game is called Destiny 2, as it was confirmed by Eric Hirschberg of Activision during their last earnings call. Secondly, as the posting of this video, Aziz has removed all of the images from his website, reportedly at the request of Bungie. Now, unfortunately, this doesn't mean that this is Destiny 2 official content, it just means that Bungie doesn't want anything on the internet regarding Destiny 2, whether or not they were rejected ideas. So knowing that there's a chance that this is just really fancy concept work and not actually part of Destiny 2, I thought it might be fun to take a closer look at these images. First up, we have our new Solar Titan with his round shield. This looks to be a shield that he probably summons during his super, and I think it would be really cool if this operated like the Relic in Vault of Glass. My idea is that the super would last you about a minute, where you could summon a mobile bubble around you and your allies. Using that mobile barrier would let your super go down pretty slowly, and use more super energy for a forward-facing solar cannon. We had some rumors similar to this back before the Taken King was released, featuring a solar subclass called the Crusader with a super ability that would shoot a laser directly in front of him, not unlike Iron Man. Either way, I have to say as a player that mains a Titan, that this image looks pretty cool. Moving on to what appears to be the Hunter, he's either holding a spear or what I think is actually a double-sided blade of some kind. This will probably be the replacement for the Arc Blade type super. I think it'll operate very similar to Arc Blade, but maybe have a few more tricks up its sleeve, like maybe more satisfying combos or perhaps a heavy attack. Think Darth Maul on fire. However, if it is a spear, I hope you're going to be able to throw it at quite a distance, causing an effect somewhere in between Shadow Shot and Nova Bomb. You essentially throw the spear and cause different kinds of explosions depending on the modifier. And finally we have the Warlock. It looks like in this image the idea is to keep Radiance the way it is, but give it more offensive appeal by adding a sword. My only complaint currently with Radiance is that so many players unfortunately default to Fireborn, using it more as an insurance policy. Adding a sword might make more players choose to use it in more offensive situations. Then of course the images move on to depict the tower overlooking the city and the Traveler. However, this time around everything is engulfed in flames. So what does this mean? Personally, I think in Destiny 2 we're going to find the tower under attack by enemy forces. This of course forces us to fall back into the city and kind of start over in a way. This would accomplish a couple things. 1, we get to see the city in all its glory. And 2, we get a sort of reset in progress so that we aren't so far ahead from new players. I think the second part is crucial for them to get new players in the game without them feeling left out. Now of course I'll leave it to Bungie to come up with a clever way of honoring our progress. I myself am on two minds on this issue. On one hand, I want to keep every weapon I've ever collected, but on the other hand, I would love to have a fresh start, however without feeling like the last few thousand hours didn't matter. But anyways, what do you think of these images and my ideas for the new subclasses? Leave them in the comments below. Again, I do want to emphasize that I know that these images are not going to be in the game, but it's still interesting to think about what information he had at his disposal when he was asked to conceptualize this trailer. So drop a like if you enjoyed this video, and subscribe for more Destiny content. And I will see you all next time. Next is a curious new figure that is posted right outside of Felwinter Peak, and his name is Shiro 4.